Hi everyone. So we will continue where we stopped the other day. So today we will continue with the conditional functions. So conditional functions include COUNTIF, SUMIF, and AVERAGEIF. So let's look at this example in the left side. If I want to know the total or the sum or the addition of only those values that are related to the white color cars only, I can use a function called SUMIF. So this will be specific only to summing the values that have white in front of them. So this is where we use SUMIF, COUNTIF, the same logic, and the AVERAGEIF, the same logic. So those are some of the examples that I have provided to you, but let's practice with some examples. So to practice, I have provided to you some file here. I called it in-class illustration Excel. So you can download this guy, and I already have it here for you, and it has different sheets that you can practice with. So let's practice with this guy first. So I have total value. So total value meaning the sum if the color of the car is red, the average if the color of the car is red, and count if. So let's do both of them for all those colors. So I will start with putting an equal sign, and then I will say sum if because I want the total value, and then so the total value, so I will just say sum if, and then the range will be those guys, so the color, the car color. And remember when we talked about the absolute versus relative reference cell references, so in this case we will use the absolute cell reference. So I'll put F4 to make it absolute both ways for the rows and the columns, just to make it easier, and then comma, and then it's asking me for the criteria. So the criteria is this cell, and another comma. So what is the sum range? So it is the value range here. So I'll select this range, and again I will put it as absolute because I want to copy this cell and paste it or drag it till the end for the rest of the colors here. So it will make it easier for me just to drag. Now if I audit this cell, it is actually correct. All right, so the same thing for average. I will just say equals average if. So average if, and then the range the same way. I will just select this range, make sure that it is absolute. So those are really good practices for you for the exam, for the homework, and also for the quizzes. So again, the criteria will be here, and these are really nice shortcuts that you can use in the workplace. And then the average range, so this guy, again I'll make it absolute, and then F4, then I can just drag it into for the other colors. Double click just to double check if it is correct or not. So the same thing for count, I can just say count if, and then the range. So you will notice that the count has only 2 arguments. And then I will make sure this one is absolute. F4, comma. Now I have only criteria, because the count, it doesn't matter. I don't need to count. I can count text and I can count numbers as well. So that's why I don't have another argument here. All right, so now this is how we do it. And so for you to practice more, I have provided to you, so one thing that you can do is actually to go to Excel and then assessment. So under assessment, you will see there are some videos for practice for you. So for example, let's say that we are working on, in this case, we are working on conditional functions. So you can click on this link, and it has some information for you, and it has some videos, also tutorials. So you can click on this guy and then expand it, and you have actually the author of the book will give you some examples to practice for. All right. So in this case, for this video, I will not go through the assessment in My Educator because they are already here for you. You can use those to practice, and then for this one, for assessment for participation. All right. So I will stop here, and then I will continue in the next video.